excuses like you tried for his racist act.
I wasn't trying to make excuses for his racist
you're like,
act.
well, I don't know if it's racist or not. No one goes to ethnicity or color unless their intent is to try and trigger you with I'm not even triggered that he was racist. The point is you ignorant fuck right now because you're in cupcake mode with Stephen King Dingling because maybe you're happy he reached out. I see him playing you. I don't give a fuck. I know he's a fool. I know he's a fucking fake piece of shit. Now we know he's racist. But when you sit here and say, well, I don't know if it's racist or not, you heard him. You heard the way he presented it. Don't tell me he wasn't trying to be racist. And that's
what I was going to say is he likes to say the most base thing to trigger somebody. That's what he'll do.
He's a racist. You're going to go to skin color and ethnicity. Right? That's called racism.
He'll always say.
That's called racism, Bex. You go to he could say whatever the fuck he wants. The first thing that came to his mind was ethnicity and color. That's fucking racism.
Well, it is definitely apparently racist, but I also know that he'll call a gingy. He'll call a fat person
He's a piece of shit. I get it. My point is you need to quit making excuses. No, see, you're making excuses for his racist acts just now. You right now, as we speak, you're still making excuses for his bullshit. I never said stand up for him. I never said fucking stand down for him.
I'm not standing up for him.
For his racist bullshit.
But if I was doing that, then I also was standing up for Paul when he said those things to about Venus here, right? So then you're saying that I was standing up for Paul.
There's a difference between fucking. Dude, you can say you're pixelated vagina or regular vagina shit. There's a fine difference between being a piece of shit, trolling, hating, blah, blah. But when you bring racism into it, that shows you what kind of person it is, especially if they're going to fucking divide on just color and ethnicity. Don't give me this shit, Beck.
I agree. Snafu, can I say something real quick? I think Bex and Steven still have chemistry. If you know what I mean, okay? And you're trying to work it out. And Russell, you're wrong. Snafu was 100% right. And he was being a racist. Maybe it's a jab. Maybe he's, deflecting, whatever the case may be. But you are right, Snafu. I think Bex maybe is a little bit cupcaking.
Hold on.
I've always tried to watch out for you, Bex.
Hold on. I didn't mean to mute you, Tarek. I was trying to fix your hot mic. I did that earlier to Kai as well. Hold on one sec. Your mic's a little hot. Your mic's a little hot, so I'm just going to cycle through these settings for you.
I can hear him just fine. Just so you know.
Yeah, it was.
Did you hear me now?
Yeah, no more crackling on my end.
Beautiful. No, all I'm saying, Bex, is I still think. Good. All I'm saying is because I think you and Steven. Even though you guys went on on a big rant and hated each other and said a lot of bad things on each other, I still think you guys both find traits in each other that you like, and you both still have chemistry for each other. So you're still trying to make it work.
No, I agree. She's in hug buddy, fuck buddy mode.
Yeah,
I agree.
What Snafu is saying is you're cupcaking because you have feelings involved. That's what I think. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what you think.
Feelings, I think, might be overstatement. I definitely had many hours, 40 plus hours of conversations with Steven long before our blowout.
Look. If you're going to sit here,
conversation, he has. I can sit here. Let me finish, please. Yeah. I also know that I can give you a link to a live stream where Benton replayed some of my content and where there was definitely those optics over here on this channel, where I would say that if, to the observer, Steven was very proud to be white. Okay. So
right,
that being said,
scumbag piece of
that
shit.
Being said,
and most of us know
I listen to Red Squid. Okay, I listen to Red Squid sometimes. I really like it when he gets onto his Bible talk, right? And yet, I also know that Red Squid does not hold the white race in high regard. you know, but I don't come at Red Squid as a racist just because he
Yeah,
has
but
those
Red
feelings
Squid don't
about
make
white people.
racist fucking comments targeting fucking racism.
But
He
Snafu,
will. He does.
besides the
When he goes
racism,
on a rant, he will. When he
Okay,
goes on a
but if
rant,
he-
he will. He won't leave it up.
Okay,
but
okay. Here's the deal, Bex. You could make excuses just like you're making excuses for Flo, the pedophile supporter. Half you guys, again, Montegraph is literally crying online right now as we speak because journalists, bigger journalists, are exposing him for pedophile acts. And even as soon as yesterday, because Flo thinks it's cute, just like Tommy running around with the universal pedo little boy symbol to show you. I just did a video where these satanic fucks show you to your faces because it's the karmatic thing to do.
yes,
And yet
it
you
is,
guys
yes.
are sitting here like in your face, Flo's supporting a pedophile, right? Bragging. Okay, just yesterday, bragging how Monograph shouted him out. But he's not telling you, hey, Monograph's been going live every day for the last week because multiple journalists are calling him out on his pedophile shit. Just like Mr. Steve King Dingley here. Everyone knows he's a piece of shit, right? But now we know he's a racist piece of shit.
Okay, Snafu. One thing you got wrong about Steven, he's not a man of God. He doesn't preach God. One thing,
Well,
okay?
he's a sheep's in wolf clothing. I've watched his
But let
content
me tell
quite
you
enough.
something else. I watched him a little bit because he went after Bex. I made sure I a little bit watched him and studied
He
him a little bit.
presents himself as a guru fuck like Talcott in a way. Like they think they're their own god in so many ways.
Yeah. No, he does think he's his own God. But here's the
That's
thing I
why
want
he
to
said
ask you,
refer to me as
Snafu.
King David. Didn't you hear that one cast he had a while back?
I did.
Anytime he
But Snafu,
gets
here's where you're
cornered, okay, he's a Nazi blocking piece of shit or a runaway, just like he did here.
I agree.
The other night, he told one of his guests, "You are going to refer to me as King David, or I'm not going to
No,
let
I
you up
know.
anymore."
I know.
He's a fucking
Snafu,
piece of
here's where
shit,
you're
wolf in sheep clothing.
Here's where you're 100% right. And I want to ask Bex one question, right? Maybe she's trying to make peace with Steven, whatever the case may be, right? But you know, Steven is bashing people and women and men all day long on his show. That's all he does.
And
So
he's a
if
racist.
you are,
Let's not forget, and he's playing a game here with Bex.
Yes,
he's
yes, but hold on,
100% playing Bex.
I know,
100% playing a game with Bex.
But here's the thing, Bex. Even if you're trying to make peace because you don't want the headache anymore, whatever the case may be, and that's up to you. You have that choice, of course. You have to understand people are going to see it that way, that you are a genuine person. And I like you, Bex. You have a lot of things going on for you. You already know you're a great person in terms of a lot of things. Cupcaking, sometimes you do that, whatever the case may be, but they're going to perceive you a certain way because he's always bashing people, and he bashed you for like how long? And I don't know. That's just up to you. That's your choice.
Look, Bex, if you start cupcaking with this fuck, is gonna ruin you in so many ways you don't even know. Your journalistic values are gonna fucking go down. He was trying to get you to be a Nazi earlier. Like, no, there's reasons why Steve doesn't go to panels, isn't open with communications, has a very controlled panel. All right. And again, we tell you guys, these Satanists, these fucks show you everything in your face for karmatic thing, just like Flow State pushing up Pedograph actively being called out with his shit, just like Tommy running around with the symbol. This fucking dude who has a symbology of the crows and ravens, this motherfucking dude who now we know is a racist fuck, and that's going to be really good to dig into him on that side.
Oh, also Snafu.
He literally came here and checked you. I don't know if you heard it earlier, Tarek, but when I was talking to him, he knew I was overtired because I said, "How much juice do you got?" Because he tried telling me to shut up, and I know he has no juice, but he knows I have juice. And you know what he did? He literally said, "Bex, you better think before you act. You better fucking think very carefully."
Yeah,
Bex backstage me. Because she's trying to cupcake with this piece of shit racist, and I get what she's doing, but I'm telling you, he's playing a game.
Here's one thing.
And you're fucking falling into it.
Let Bex speak.
Yeah, here's one thing. Here's one thing that I'm guilty of. Okay, I will always see the best in people, right?
Which is good.
I will always try and see the best in people to my own detriment. You know, now I'm watching my own hypocrisies here, right? Because I just recently kicked another content creator off the stage right? For what I felt was too many false reconciliations and sowing
Isn't it interesting?
towing a
Monograph
narrative.
supports King David, and King David all of a sudden came into play recently too with you, because we know Monograph is tied. Yes, Tarek, we know that, and trust me, that's why this whole King David optics is in play too with pedograph. It's more connected these fucks even understand.
Snafu, you have great points. Just let Bex finish. I want to hear her understanding. I want to hear what she has to say.
No, I'm just saying you're on target.
Yeah. So it is my nature to see the best in people and to want to reconcile, you know.
And that's not a bad thing, Bex, but go ahead.
I do understand too those snaps where you've seen me be really naive and be played, and
you're doing
you
it
do
right
have
now.
an internet savvy, right?
You're doing it right now. You're being naive as shit. You're fucking, and again, he showed you optics all through this whole stream. He tried checking you, tried giving you ultimatums, you know, and only until you cupcake, just like with Venus and them. Okay, I'll comply, I'll cupcake, right? The only difference is King David's smart enough to not fucking do what Venus did in your face. Okay, but just rewrite. He's gonna do it behind. He's gonna play. He's gonna try and work you as much as he can, like he already did in this stream. You know.
Yes. I agree with you, Snafu. But Bex, here's one thing. You know, Snafu is 100% right on one thing, too. You know, he knows he's a computer genius. You already know he spends a lot of time. He knows how to do everything on the stream. And you can also tell by just his voice.
Right, yeah, and yet he acted like he didn't even know how to unblock her.
I know.
That's what I was laughing my ass off. And Bex doesn't even get how tied these pedophiles are, how tied these criminal traders, frauds are. Like when you literally trying to act stupid. Oh yeah, Bex, you don't know who this guy is. He lied to you multiple times in his stream, and I thought that was funny, Tarek, because he seriously tried playing like, oh, I don't know how to unblock you. Like
the stream from the beginning, I didn't know you were.
Yeah, you'll have to watch it. He literally tried telling Bex he didn't know how to unblock her after blocking her.
Yeah, but one thing he did at the end, you see his voice, how it went like a little bit like emotional, sexual. He's trying to get the Bex to, you know, in a certain way.
We see exactly what he's trying to do. And and unfortunately, Bex, because of her hug a buddy, fuck a buddy syndrome, is taking the bait, whether she wants to believe me or not.
Well, that's up to Bex. That's her choice. I mean,
that's up to Bex. I just got to call her ass out because she's backstaging me for a racist pedophile piece of shit. And I'm going to say pedophile because Montegraph and Steve, I'll just say it, are very connected. If you guys don't know.
Snafu, did you know that Monograph made a whole video about Steven?
Entry style.
You know, bragging about him. Like how good he is.
Oh yeah, no, that's why Steven's showing up too. Again, these pedophiles are so triggered right now.
I'm just saying
because Monograph is getting exposed real time by multiple journalists, and that's why Steven and the Flow States and like these other people are doubling down right now. No, absolutely. I know about Steven. I know the Monograph's video on Steven, you know. And then I also know Steven's computer. He's not like huge computer skill genius, but he's good enough. And like I said, when he was literally telling Bex or like how to unblock her, I was like laughing. Dude, he's playing you.
Right.
Like that was one of the biggest signs.
Yeah. But do you see where he calls you say he has racist optics? Now you make slanderous accusations to him.
Right? We're slanderous saying he supports a pedophile like Monograph. Is that slander saying he's a fucking pedophile supporting fuck? Let it be then. Tell him to take me to court.
Yeah. Now that being said, you know, how does that support my position? Right?
Honestly, the only position he's playing you. Like honestly, the only position is you're being played. I mean, like, who else is telling you to be a Nazi? Who else is trying to lie to you about not being computer literate? He's playing you, Dad. You're making excuses for everything he's done. You made excuses for his racist comments.
I'm not changing.
You're making excuses for him being computer knowledgeable.
Steven didn't come over here asking me to change anything about myself. All I did was stage a couple times.
You didn't hear the first part of your shit where he's trying to tell you to Nazi everyone? Block him, control your stream. Be very
but that's just his opinion. That's his opinion. I didn't block anybody. Right. I didn't wrench anybody.
Fuck a buddy in with you, trying to rub off a little on you. You don't see it, Bex. You're a fool.
But here's the thing: Steven is a computer genius. I promise you, and he knows how to hack
Here,
into
but
things.
you guys. Okay, I helped that man learn StreamYard. Period. Okay. And yes, he knows the internet. Yes, he knows YouTube, but he likely has never unblocked somebody in StreamYard.
You're
Okay,
full of
because
shit,
he's the
Bex.
kind of man.
Bex, he's a fucking Nazi.
I don't
He
believe that.
blocks everyone on his fucking stream.
I
He's
know
been doing that for years. You're telling me this man doesn't know how to unblock people from YouTube?
There's no
You're
fucking
full
way.
of
From
shit.
StreamYard,
You're trying to
you
talk
guys.
yourself-
I'm 11
you're
and a half
talking
hours
yourself
in.
into
You need
fucking
to
trying to
tone it
fucking
down.
defend this
I need
fuck.
you to tone it down. Okay.
Calm down just a little
I'm
bit.
11 and a half hours in. 2 men on this panel are speaking for me. I've had enough.
Not
Okay.
speaking
Alright.
for you.
You want to
Just
give me
telling
a
you to
message?
come
You want
into
to
a
talk
full
to me?
play in you.
You want to talk to me? Talk to me. Don't scream over me. Don't scream at me. And talk to
This
me,
sounds
please.
very much like what he just said. Don't scream. Who's screaming? Who's
Look,
screaming?
you're both
sounds
raising
just
your
like him.
voices.
Just because you're cornered right now, then you're going to turn it into don't scream.
No,
just like he
Bex,
said all
I-
day.
no,
No,
respect
no,
you,
I'm
and
telling
I
you
will
that I'm
hear.
asking you
Yeah.
11 and a half hours in to tone it down a little.
Yes, I will.
Please.
She's right. She's
I'm not
right.
being
Just
a
tone it down a
Nazi.
little.
I'm asking you to tone it down. You're both talking over each other, talking for me. The optics in the crowd
apologize.
support that, right? I can speak for myself. I'm going to give you my perspective. I'm going to thank you for your concern, but I'm not going to be fucking pushed around here. And if you think I was pushed around by Steven simply because I
No,
chose
you weren't
to
pushed
give
around.
him
You were just
VIP,
suckling on his nipples. You're taking his bait. You weren't being pushed around at all. You're fucking a fool. You're fucking eating everything he's spitting at you up. You're not. You just don't see it.
well, we'll see. We'll see.
I already
Because I
know.
am
There's no
guilty.
way he can. Everything he's presented himself, he's lied about the whole YouTube blocking. He tried checking you, saying you better think real hard.
But you're
I
not
got your
listening
address
to
there."
me. You're
No,
not
you know what?
listening to me. You're
He's a
not
racist fuck.
listening to me, Snap. Shut the fuck up. Please. Okay? I was talking about StreamYard, not YouTube. And yes, I did guide him to the 3 dots because a lot of people don't know. Now, if he knows that and he was playing me, so be it. Let it go. Okay? When it comes to the StreamYard stuff, right? Yes, just like Benton schooled me on StreamYard, I was over there schooling him on StreamYard. And he's the kind of guy that once you're banned, you're banned. Okay, so likelihood of having unbanned anybody in StreamYard, I was just trying to be helpful. That's my nature. Period. 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 Period.
Right.
I'm not going to be
get
torn
you caught
down.
up with traitors, criminals, frauds, and pedophiles, and so it's going to get you caught up to a point where you won't know what to do because you're so involved in their shit without being
How?
involved. I'm
How?
going to go. I'm going to go, but again, King Ding-a-ling shown he's a racist piece of shit. We know he's 100% tied to monograph optics. And again, anytime you ever try and use an example, don't use pedophile Flo, the supporter of an active pedophile right now. Don't ever use Flo as an example with me, please. That's a request.
Okay.
Because Flo
I
is a
can do that.
pedophile supporting piece of shit that is a scumbag.
Before you go, I do want to thank you, Snappy Snaps, just for being you and for your concern and your passion. And what I hear, we had a lot of talk about weaponized divisive tactics.
You do you, boo. You do you, boo.
know?
But we're going to stand against these fuckers. And I'm telling you right now, you're taking bait. This is obvious optics and tactics. He's done them multiple times. But now he's exposed himself this whole stream. Even whether you see it or not. Those who have eyes to see, ears here. But
no,
again,
she sees it, Snapple. She sees it.
No, I don't think. I think the hug a buddy, fuck a buddy syndrome is deep with many,
Yes.
and unfortunately, Bex is one. She's a good soul. She cares about people, but just like I told her many times, you care with the wrong people, you're gonna fall in a hole that you can't climb out of.
But Snap, I want to ask you something before you leave.
I'm out of here. You guys have a good night.
No, before you leave, Snap. 1 second.
And again, one last thing. All you guys who hear Flo running around bragging about Monograph, shouting him out, why don't you call him out and say, didn't Monograph go live the last few days crying about other journalists exposing him for his pedophile optics? So when Flo brags that he got shouted out by Monograph, why don't you call Flo out for other journalists exposing his pedophile?
One thing before you leave, I want to ask you that. I want to ask something before you leave. Please, before you leave in front of Bex. Bex, yesterday, I know we're on Jax and we're going back and forth a little bit, and it was fun. But the only thing that I didn't like that you said to me, and I took it a little bit, I don't know if it was a joke, whatever it is, but it's not a joke because it also ties into Monograph about the watermelon. What was that about? Why would you say that to me about a watermelon?
What did she say? I don't even know.
Well, you know,
I made a joke. I'm
calls
trying to remember what I said. I made a joke about him talking to Hank about getting a torso because he's hitting on all the
Yes.
girls. And then I made a joke about or maybe getting
You
a
guys could bring
watermelon.
up the watermelon. No, that's a good point. You guys bring up the watermelon shit, trying to joke on fucking him, blah blah. But none of you guys are gonna bring real. None of you guys are gonna bring real optics up, right? You want to use Flo as examples to me, right? But do you know that Flo yesterday was pushing up Monograph, right? Ah, snaps! Guess who shouted me out? And he was laughing because he played a clip Monograph. But none of you guys are talking about how Monograph is being exposed by James Goodman and many other journalists right now for the exact same things I told you: pedophile optics and the murder of John Benet Ramsey and much other shit.
Yeah, I don't even know how to find Montagraph's channel. Like I've never even looked for it.
My whole thing is instead of fucking pushing up a guy who's supporting an active pedophile being exposed like Flo,
the closest I've come to even knowing anything about Montagraph is Denise came over here once to talk to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's
the only thing I know.
Denise is a crazy experience.
I do watch
No, that's a good point, though. Like, you know, they could joke around with the fruit fucking Tarek and all this, but they don't want to call the real optics out. She uses Flo as an example against me.
I'll call the real optics out. I'll call the real optics out. Tarek's running around here, slimes on every girl in chat. Literally slimes like Ghostbusters.
Since you regard Flo State so highly, Bex, why don't you look into the pedograph?
I'm not talking about Flo. I'm not talking about Flo. He's not here. And I heard what you said.
No. Flo just talks about all of us behind her back as he's pushing up pedophiles. Yeah.
But Snapu, let me. I want to hear her explanation. Go ahead.
I want to say that Tarek runs around sliming on all the girls like fucking like green ooze, like in the Ghostbusters. Sorry if that reference is too old for you guys.
Are you even sure?
Let me finish, please. Let me fucking finish.
I got an answer for her. Let her finish. Let her finish.
Okay. Oh, sorry. You're muted. Sorry. I didn't realize who was talking. I couldn't hear. So Tarek slimes on every fucking girl on chat. Right? He slimes on every fucking girl, every girl emoji, anyone who's indicated as a woman. I was making jokes about torsos. I've been making jokes. Stop hitting on that. Stop hitting on the rock. Stop hitting on anything. Yesterday in Jack's chat, Tarek admitted that he does not online date. Right? So stop the fucking sliming on the chicks, you weirdo. So that's why I brought up sick fucking watermelon bullshit. Okay, I didn't mean to make light of a scenario.
Mommy fucked a honeydew. It wasn't a watermelon.
Okay, it was a honeydew, not a watermelon.
Yeah,
I thought it was a watermelon.
Record because in court records,
this
is serious, dude. We have to correct the record. It was a honeydew, not a watermelon.
Okay, so it was a honeydew. It was a honeydew watermelon, not a watermelon. All the more reason why joking about a watermelon is more appropriate than a honeydew, right? Second, but then I would say, if Tarek doesn't online date, why is he creeping out all the girls? Right?
Is it him though? There's a million people running around that.
Hold on. Let me answer her question. Here's the first thing for everybody on all the internet metaverse. Never in my entire life I ever dated on any website to find girls ever in my entire life. I would not do it. I would not do anything like that. Okay. Second, you say I hit on all the women. Who would it be? Lindsay?
Every single one. Name one you haven't.
No. I know. Hold on. You said everything. I'm not challenge you. Lindsay, Yolanda, and who else?
Everybody.
Ooh,
Everybody. We'll get the screenshots. We'll get the Bex crew on it.
I'd love to see the screenshot. I would love to personally see the screenshots.
Hold on.
Well, we'll find it because
here's the funny part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Swim wants
Bex.
us. Swim is saying that actually Tarek hits on dudes too.
Oh,
right, so
Snafu
you
is
can't
the one
fucking
who
follow
Tarek.
him. If he's hitting on
Snafu
dudes or
is
girls,
the
how
one.
can you follow him?
Snafu, you guys, it's not going to work if we're all talking at once. And I'm
She's
into
right.
11 hours and 42 minutes. Okay, so I
Good.
get.
I'm gonna
And
go.
And it's my.
I'm
yeah.
gonna go. But
So
honestly,
it
you're
says
being
right
played
here,
by
Salty
Steven.
saying Snafu is the one who memed Tarek fucking the watermelon. Don't try to mamdoozle Bex on her own channel. So did you
No,
meme
I'm just
Tarek
gonna- I'm
fucking
out,
a
I'm out.
watermelon?
I'm ready.
Did
Can
you?
I speak?
Did
All right,
Snafu
so-
Snaps meme you a fucking a watermelon?
Did Snafu do what?
Meme you fucking a watermelon.
I didn't see what yesterday on Jax.
I don't know. It just says Salty saying Snafu is the one who memed Tarek fucking the watermelon. Don't try to
I
mamdoozle
was-
Bex
That
on
was
her own
Because I
channel.
had
Montegraph,
this-
Salty.
okay.
That she's referring
Yeah,
to my picture on my fucking shit, where Montegraph is fucking a goat.
Yeah, Salty Siren. Here's
Salty
the thing.
Siren's a YouTube whore. She's
But
fucking
hold
lying
on,
sack of shit.
You guys have to talk
That-
one at a
Snafu.
time. It's no fun
I
for
know,
the
but let me
audience
talk
when
to
everyone's
Bex for 1
talking at once.
second. I know. Please let me make my point. I can't make my point to Bex because she said I hit on all the women, all that. Who am I hitting? Salty Siren is you already know she's Paul's cult. All right. She's always. I don't engage with her. Period. Jeep girl. I don't engage with her. Period. She's always saying things about me. Whoever is
Yolanda,
next. No-
Cynthia, Bex,
Hold on,
Lindsay.
Cynthia.
uh,
I don't hit on Cynthia. Are you kidding me? When did I hit on Cynthia? Never.
Yeah,
If I say
you
anything-
guaranteed have simped. You've simped on Cynthia. I've seen
You
it
say
on
simp.
camera.
If I say something
Okay.
nice about
Tarek,
her,
you
I'm
are
not
simped
simping.
with a lot of these fucks. You simped with Montegraph too. Don't fuck
You simp
around.
with everybody,
I understand
Tarek,
what
and
you're
it's creepy.
saying.
Tarek,
It's
you're
not
a sex
creepy.
addict.
No,
You're a
But
sex addict,
you
and
think
it
I
shows.
think the fake Tareks are running around, and some of you guys are blaming him for the fake Tarek shit. That's
They're
something you
all-
got.
they got
How
like
many
5
fake
tiers,
This
Tareks?
goes
Bro,
back.
I got 20
This
of them.
goes back.
You know
Okay.
Venus
You
and our
guys want to
tactics.
take you guys want me to take your concern for me seriously as men looking out for a woman, or as men who actually just care for another person, then you got to trust me on this one, Tarek. Okay, long before the fake Tareks were out here, when it was just unslaved, whatever you were, truth unslaved or
Okay.
unslaved
I'm saying
truth
truth.
or whatever. You know,
Mhm.
you have always hit on everybody. It's so compulsive. It shows you're a sex addict in real life. It shows why your 3 marriages aren't in your life anymore, right?
Okay.
And it shows. So if you want to go a few days without fucking flirting with any woman, and I'm not here to tell you how to be a man, okay?
Wait,
but
I
even
wanna
let
see
me
some of these
finish. Let
screenshots,
me
Bex.
fucking
Let her
finish.
finish.
I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
What is
Okay.
he saying?
The guy is always creeping on every girl. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful, right? You're so beautiful.
So is
You
that
know,
wrong
it's
to tell a
creepy.
woman they're beautiful?
Well, it is when you do it to every woman, and as soon as you
Why?
find out that someone's
What
an
if he likes
avatar is
the
a woman,
woman figure? What if he likes the woman physique? What is wrong?
because
It would be
look,
one thing
I'm
if he's
the one.
like, oh,
Trust
damn,
me,
girl, I
I'm
want
the
to
one who
fuck that
doesn't.
shit. Like, it would be, okay, I want to see these screenshots.
Seriously, enough. Okay, enough. If you don't
Yeah, I've
believe
had
me,
enough.
then
I'm
talk
out.
to the women. Talk to the women. Okay. Same, Tarek.
Bex.
If you don't believe me, talk to the women.
No,
Right?
no
If
problem,
you
no
don't
problem.
see it in every chat, somebody telling you to fucking stop simping on them, then you're not paying attention.
But here's
Right?
the
You're not paying
okay,
attention.
hold on. Okay, let me know when you're done. I want to speak because I can't. When Snafu and everybody's around to me. Okay. I called you beautiful before because you are beautiful. I said
I
that to you,
appreciate
right?
that.
Yes,
Yeah.
because I do believe you are beautiful from the inside and the outside, no matter what. Now, you have to understand, like at Paul's, if I called Daisy, I think I called Daisy one time, she has a beautiful personality. It's a beautiful person. Because her words when she was chatting in there, they actually touched me, right? So I said that. Does not mean anything sexual. And on top of that, when you say I may have a sex obsession or whatever, I have not had sex with any woman in almost 2 years. And even when I was married, sex was never an issue in terms of me at all, zero like that in terms of me having it or needing it, never. So you got the wrong idea there. Now you also I can get all Paul's people now that are hating on me, from Jeep Girl to every one of them. They're all gonna say stop, Melina creepy and all that. They're all doing it on purpose to bash my name. You already know that, Bex.
Dude, they've been doing it for 5 months. As long as I've been in the metaverse, girls have been telling me to stop hitting on them.
I told you.
I got 8 minutes left in this broadcast, Tarek. I really don't want to take on this right now. You want to have this conversation, you can come back at a later date. You know, be mindful of where the broadcast is at. I appreciate you being here. I'm not interested in having this conversation. The broadcast ends at 12 hours, you know. You guys coming in here when you're all rested and I'm not, and me even trying to engage. I should know better. I should know better.
I'm sorry,
I
Bess,
don't shame. Let me finish. Let me fucking finish. Shut the fuck up. Sorry. I would never shame men for how they express their sexuality, right? That is not my nature. Did you not see me having a conversation with Paul one-on-one sometime in the last couple weeks, right? I'm not that nature, okay? Men can have as many women as they want, but you don't see the women telling you to stop creeping on them. They do it all the time. They've been doing it for 5 months. However, anybody responds in any chat to this conversation is not my doing, Tarek. Okay, your reputation precedes you just like mine does, right? Yep. We'll both get flack for this, okay? And you need to pay attention to what's going on in the chat when you're chat spamming, talking like crazy, and not reading everybody's responses to you, right? You do come across as willing to fuck everybody, okay? And that's fine if that's your nature. That's fine. But it's also fine for the women to tell you to fuck off.
Yes, you're right. But that is not, it's actually the total opposite. I don't want to be with anybody. That's what shocks me.
Well, then stop fucking simping on the ladies. Good night, Tarek. I got 5 more minutes. I'd like to end it out with that. I really appreciate you being here.
No, thank you.
I love you. I think you're great. I appreciate you being here.
To you too. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, are you still here, Kai?